Hi again then guys, and welcome to another installment of the Automotive News Roundup, featuring some vehicles and automotive news that you might have missed, and chances are you've probably already seen this one, and it is of course the Pagani Imola. But for those who maybe missed it, this is one of the, you could say, swan song versions of technically the Huayra, even though it's named and treated as its own separate model. It's not called the Huayra Imola, it's called the Pagani Imola, and that's it. It's of course named after one of the most famous racetracks in the world, actually one of my favourite tracks as well. And in terms of performance, as you'd assume, much like the BC before it, like the Cinque with the Zonda R, the HH, the Tricolori, these specialised end-of-life versions tend to get even more powerful and even faster. That's certainly the case here. 827 horsepower, 811 pound-feet of torque. It's lighter than the normal one, of course has an even more extreme aero package, producing even more downforce, and there's thousands of small changes that they've made to it compared to, of course, the normal Huayra, but even the BC as well. And those include stuff like active dampers, a system which allows the car to have a huge amount of downforce, but at the same time not bottoming out on normal road streets in less than ideal conditions, so of course allowing for the safety and usability that you would need from a Pagani on the road, rather than a track-only Zonda R, for instance. And it even has a clever little gas-assisted gear change system to make those shifts even faster. And interestingly, even though this car is not called the Huayra Cinque, that's kind of what it is, because they've only built 5 of these, which is what Cinque meant for the Zonda. 5 produced, they're all already sold, and they cost approximately €5 million each, which is about £5 million here in the UK, and of course you can do the conversion depending on when you watch the video in comparison to the dollar. Now, of course it's an exclusive car. I already said you can't actually buy one. Even the colour will be more controversial, you could say, than the normal Huayra and the BC. It's actually a specialised paint job even, which shaves another 5 kilos off of the weight of the car without sacrificing the quality of the finish. In terms of the appearance, it's probably one of the more controversial Paganis, certainly compared to the Zonda, which tends to be universally loved pretty much in terms of all the different variations style-wise. This one, maybe not so much, not quite as pretty, but I like to think of this as being the more track-focused Huayra, which doesn't necessarily aim to be the most artistic thing around. It's more focusing on taking away a little bit of the art in favour of increasing the performance and the competitiveness of the car, while of course remaining a street vehicle. So of course we'll have to wait around until a future time to see what Pagani has next, and I'm certainly looking forward to that. I have a huge amount of love and respect for Pagani as a company, and of course if you've missed any other potential recent news pieces, I would recommend checking out the playlist showing here on screen now. But until next time, I'll see you then, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.